Hi besties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another winter diary. Actually just about to head into my Botox appointment, but not what you think. I've been here for a minute, you may already know this, but I have hyperhidrosis, which means I just like sweat more than the normal human being. I was diagnosed like when I was a wee lad, a little kid, and I've just been like dealing with that ever since. Primarily it's like my armpits, and it's just something that I've learned to live with, and I never really thought about getting Botox for it until I had the opportunity this time around last year, and it's completely life-changing, and it's just like healing, kind of like my inner child and just healing teenager Gabrielle. I'm actually gonna get my second round of Botox in my armpits for hyperhidrosis here at Skin Spirit in Portland, and I'm getting the besties such a great deal. If you live in the Portland area and you're wanting to get Botox, whether it's for hyperhidrosis or you want to get other cosmetic filler, Botox, whatever, you can just mention my name, Gabrielle, and you'll get $100 off your appointment. So I got a plug for the besties. Anyways, I'm gonna document my whole experience because I want to keep it as transparent as possible, and again, it was just so life-changing for me that I want to provide more information about it to other besties that may want to get this done. So I'm just over the moon and I'm very excited. So yeah, let's go to our appointment together. Brandy Melville eating this hard. This off the shoulder. Gagged. I just got home and I thought we could do a little haul. This honestly just turned into a girls' day and I'm not mad about it. I realized that I haven't spoiled myself in a really long time, I feel like actually buying materialistic things. And you guys, this haul is just so good. I'm so excited about it. So let's just get into it. You guys already saw me try these on, so I'm just gonna go like rapid fire. This top is so perfect and it's exactly what I've been looking for. Off the shoulder moment, very baggy and flowy, and it just cinches in the right places, you know what I mean? So absolutely had to snag this. I also wore the leggings that I wore with that top in my little try on. These are just so cute and be perfect for just everyday running errands, lounging. I've been thinking like airport outfit, this would be so comfy. I just love the material so much that I got it in like, it's kind of like a charcoal, not quite a black and not quite a gray, and then just a simple white tee. And then I got the little wrap top. This is so out of my comfort zone, but I think it would look really cute with like some trousers and kitten heels for like a night out. And this is very Bella Swan coated. I mean, I literally am Bella Swan. I just got like a Henley long sleeve. It's so cute, flattering, and the material is so comfy. I also got the little gray cardigan. I don't have a cardigan in this color and I thought it was just perfect. I also got these really cute cotton underwear. I should have bought more now that I'm thinking about it. I just love a good cheeky bottom, especially for like sleeping. And then lastly, I've been obsessed with baby blue. I just changed our sheets actually to this like striped baby blue from Brooklinen. And so when I got this, I was just obsessed, and I really want a little baggie for all my lippies, my pens for when I journal, and just like random things that are smaller that would get lost in my bag. So there's like a little compartment, and then there's also a mirror. Do you know how clutch that is? Like this could be like a mini makeup case as well, like a travel one. I thought it was just too cute to pass up. It's perfect. I typically wear bigger purses like this, so having this in here and just keeping track of like my lippies, my pens would be so clutch. And then lastly, I popped over to Sephora and I got this Dior Forever Skin Perfect foundation stick. I've been wanting to try this and mix it with the Rhode Glazing Milk. She's just stunning. And then lastly, I got these two Biodance Bio Collagen Real Deep Masks. These are the masks that you wear for a long period of time or overnight. And then when you take it off or you wake up, you just have like that beautiful glass moisturized skin. But yeah, that is the haul. That's like the most clothes I've bought in one trip in a really long time. I also thought while we're here, we could do a little book update. I just finished Wuthering Heights last night and I have mixed feelings about it. Do I think it's a great book? Yes. Do I think that it was life-altering? No. I think I was expecting something life-altering just from what I've heard, and I need to do a better job about like going into books a little bit more blind and refraining from like seeing people's reactions on social media and just like listening to their experiences and reviews, because I think my expectations just got skewed by consuming all of people's like reviews or consuming people's thoughts. So I just want to be more mindful going into another book or like another classic book. But I did think it was good. I had a hard time with the first 3 to 4 chapters. I had to reread so many times. The middle was honestly really good. I was captivated. I was really intrigued to see where this was going. Very intrigued with how complex and layered these characters are, specifically Heathcliff, and how we're battling like these big themes of classism and racism and also sexism. I'm actually gonna go see the movie tonight with my friend, and I am terrified because, like I said, we're dealing with big themes in this book. All I'm seeing online is like it being smutty and like very sexual, and there is like not a lick of smut in this book, unless I missed it, unless I just like zoned out. But I'm a little scared for that reason, because I don't know if we're actually going to address any of the main themes that we are encountering in the book. And so I'm just confused and a bit scared as to what the movie is going to have in store. I hate to like make an opinion already, being that I haven't watched it. I feel like I'm not gonna like it. I feel like I'm gonna love the visuals and the acting in itself, but I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed with watching this adaptation. I will report back with my thoughts maybe tonight or tomorrow, but so we'll see, because the messages and the themes in this book were pretty clear, and I'm not seeing none of that from the trailer. Anyways, I started The Women last night after I finished Wuthering Heights, my second Kristen Hanna book. I already have like pretty high expectations. I really loved her writing style in The Nightingale. The Nightingale was like one of my top reads of 2025. So I am going into this very excited and prepared for heartbreak. And this is also our February book of the month. And I am very behind with my reading schedule. Wuthering Heights took me a lot longer to get through than I thought. And so I'm hoping to catch up this week. Yeah, those are my reading updates. Let me know what you're reading, / let me know if you watched the movie. I'm very interested to see how it'll play out. The coffee shop and now I am charging. I wanted to stay at the coffee shop longer to journal, but I forgot my Muji pen at home. So that was a total brain fart. But I had a call that I was so glad that I took it at a coffee shop, so that way I can just like get more into like work mode. So I spent about like 2 hours at the coffee shop, and now I'm here charging my car. And to pass time, I'm gonna continue reading book of the month. I also realized that I love my Kindle way more without the case. I don't know what the science is behind that. I'm on page 32 and I have about 50 minutes left for charging. I feel like I can read quite a bit during this time. So yeah, let's get cozy. And a little bit foggy and rainy outside, so it's like the perfect environment to like read right now. Sweet treat is in the oven right now, but while we wait, I thought that we could have a little book chat / movie review of Wuthering Heights, because I watched it last night and I've had some time to just think about what I thought about the movie. Do I think they would have made this movie if Emily Bronte were alive? I don't know. I have really conflicting thoughts because I had a great time. Genuinely. I really enjoyed the movie. By itself, I thought the movie was really good. The visuals were stunning. Soundtrack was awesome. I thought the acting was great. Both Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie were so convincing in their roles. I think that's what carried the film for me. Like, I really bought into the tragic love story that they were playing. And although I had a great time watching the movie, I just can't help but think about the fundamental differences. Being that this is an adaptation and it's classified as an adaptation, like they made it their whole personality. I don't think you can separate the movie from the book as much as we'd like to think that we can. Just because, again, it is an adaptation. They made it their whole marketing scheme and personality to adapt this classic book. I don't love that Emerald Fennell completely disregarded so many big themes that occurred in the book. And I get that she read this at 14 years old. She, you know, in some interviews, she said she adapted it as if she read it for the first time as a 14-year-old. You're gonna do such a big move as to adapting a classic book as powerful and as triggering as Wuthering Heights. I feel like you need to do it some justice with the big themes that we are encountering in the book. Deal with racism, we deal with classism, we deal with sexism, we deal with toxic revenge, and a huge part of Heathcliff is his skin color because of how much he was like outcast because of his skin color. I think it's literally the first chapter of the book. Heathcliff is so explicitly described as dark-skinned, gypsy-like. So automatically, like, I never thought of Heathcliff as a white man. I feel like the movie completely erased the, you know, the classism and racism that occurs specifically to Heathcliff and how he can never be seen as like an equal to his peers, no matter whether he gets rich or not. Like, he literally does get rich. It's literally stated in the book he does get rich, yet he is not treated as a rich man, as a wealthy white man. And that is a huge part as to why Heathcliff is so violent and, you know, seeks ultimate revenge against Catherine and seeks ultimate revenge against the system that is against him. That plays such a vital role in Wuthering Heights. And so for that to be completely taken out of the film was just very disappointing. Like, I can't lie. Like, I was really thinking about it last night. I was like, dude, I had such a great time watching this movie and I genuinely enjoyed it. But then it's like, I also had a bad taste in my mouth afterwards because I'm like, how can they adapt this classic book and really just hyperfixate on the romance plot? I really wish they didn't adapt this film, in the sense of like, I really wish they would have just made a movie about that story and just called it something else instead of saying, no, this is an adaptation of Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. I think duality can exist in the sense of like, I enjoyed this art form, I enjoyed watching this movie. All the components to create this film were just like so impressive and stunning to me. But I think on the other side of the coin, like, I can be disappointed that a huge part of the core plot has just been like erased, like just went over her head. I get that she's interpreting it as her 14-year-old self, but it's like, but it just like begs the question to me, like, is that harmful? Especially because we are fully cognizant and fully aware of how important it is to vocalize diversity or vocalize, you know, classism, racism that occurs. And it's like, I really think they could have done so much more with this film to make it more impactful, especially in today's world. It feels like a step backwards from all these themes that we encountered in Emily Bronte's book. And for Emily Bronte to be writing about such like heavy themes at such a young age, I don't know how old she was, but for her to write about such powerful themes back in that time period really speaks volumes on her awareness as a person, like witnessing this and then making a story out of it and tying in multiple layered components of these characters. Like, these characters are so layered and complex, and I don't think we got to see that in the movie. I feel really conflicted, and if you've seen the movie and if you've read the book, I would love to pick your brain. I would love to talk about it. I've also been seeing a lot of people who haven't read the book that are saying like, oh, it's not that deep, you know, it's you know, it's great to just consume all forms of media, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I think that's a bit harmful. That's just not the vibe. Sorry if I sound like nasally, I just sneezed like a ton, but I like to think that duality can exist, the sense of like, I can appreciate the art, I can appreciate the movie, and I can appreciate her storyline. But with that being said, I do also think it's important to critically think and critically analyze a piece of art and a piece of media, especially if it's being marketed and it is like an adaptation of a classic novel. Like genuinely, I don't think they would make this movie if Emily Bronte were still alive. Just because, I don't know, I feel like we've erased a huge part of who Heathcliff's character is, and we've erased like just such layered components from the story. That is my review. I still type it up on Letterboxd because I do want to like really go in on it and like really analyze what I consumed. At the end of the day, I think the film would be so much more successful if they didn't adapt it to Wuthering Heights, if they just made it their own. They have the actors to do it. They have really big actors right now to make that happen for them. And they have like the team that, I don't know, I just feel like they had all the resources to do that on their own. But using Wuthering Heights as kind of your marketing scheme and like really pushing it like, oh, this is an adaptation, you have to understand you are putting a target on your back to be critically analyzed and to be scrutinized. And I think people are just getting upset now that like it is being scrutinized. But I think it's like fair game. If you're going to adapt such a powerful classic book, you better be ready for all the critique on both ends of the spectrum, whether it was amazing, whether it was just not good. So that's my thoughts. I rest my case. That is just, at the end of the day, it is just my opinion. My opinion. We can agree to disagree, but that's just how I feel. My sweet treat just came out of the oven. I've been obsessed with making these. I found this recipe on Pinterest. It's literally just like ripe mashed up bananas with oats, cinnamon, and chocolate chips. So it's like a very healthy version of a cookie. They taste like little banana bread cookies. They're so good. And they're so simple and easy to make. I'm trying out these new eye patches from Beauty of Joseon with like the eye serum underneath, and I just think they're so cute. I love like the angel wing detail. I just finished some morning journaling and I need to get into some work this morning. Another early morning in the books. We are on week 7 of consistently waking up early, hitting the gym, except for last week when I was like down bad with my stomach bug for about like 4 days. I just love the feeling of getting a head start on the day by like waking up early and getting my workout in. I had the gym 4 times this week, so I'm very proud of that. And I just feel like all of these good habits just like compound and just lead me to make better decisions to be my best self. But anyways, today is more of like a chiller day in the sense, no, I'm not like filming anything for short form. I just have a lot of videos to edit and I have a lot of like computer work to do. I want to have like a productive like 2 to 3 hour time block and then go get my nails done. I'm gonna get the same manicure. I have like some chipping that I really want to get fixed. And then I also want to get my toes done. I think the same thing, like a thin French, because I have a very exciting appointment on Sunday. I'm going wedding dress shopping for the first time. And I'm taking my really good friend with me. It's just gonna be us two. I was debating on just doing it by myself so I can have like that experience to myself and not have like opinions of like a ton of people with me. But I do want to bring my friends, so it's just gonna be us two. And then my second and third appointments are gonna be with more people. So with my mom, my mother-in-law, and then 2 of my fiance's sisters. But I definitely want to have a more like intimate fitting my first go around, so I'm very excited. So that's why we need to get our nails done. French tip just eats every single time. Like, are these gonna be my wedding nails straight up? Like, I don't mind them at all. I was at first like gravitating towards like getting acrylics for my wedding, but I just love my natural nails right now. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm obsessed. I'm just having the coziest Friday. Like, the weather isn't the best, but it's not raining, so I'll take my wins. It's just very gloomy, and it just makes me want to be on my comfy cozy couch and just like relax, maybe do some editing. I actually have to edit this vlog because I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I just made this yummy afternoon cafecito. I thought we could catch up and talk to you guys because I would love your feedback and your input because I love you guys down so bad. Like, I don't think you guys understand. My YouTube community is just like, I don't know how to explain it. I just have so much lurb for you guys, and I feel like my YouTube community knows me the best, especially if you've been here for a minute. I just feel like I have a lot of just like life updates happening right now. I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some life updates. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I just recently signed with DBA. And if you don't know what DBA is, it's basically just like this amazing agency that represents creators. So I officially have like a manager at DBA. I was approached by DBA literally in December and kind of made it like a pact with myself in the sense of like, if I achieve XYZ, I'm gonna continue the conversation with DBA. And I crushed those goals literally in the first month of the year. And so it's just like, I literally owe it to myself to take the risk and to sign with a bigger agency and to honestly just dream bigger, try to just do bigger things. And so yeah, that is like a major life update for me, and it kind of feels like surreal, and I just have like a hard time like being proud of myself and just like kind of reflecting. So yeah, today was just like a crazy day because it was officially like announced on DBA's Instagram, and so I made it official on my Instagram. I reposted it. Yeah, that's just like a huge I guess achievement and accomplishment in my content creation journey. I'm just very, very grateful for my community. Like, my community just means everything to me. Everything. Like, I wish I could just hang out with literally everyone and just like talk to everyone and talk to you guys and just hang out with you guys. And with that being said, life has just been so busy lately, like specifically with my career, and I want to continue to push out quality content. Lately, I just have not been super happy with like the quality of my YouTube content, and like specifically my last vlog when I visited Nescoin, I realized that there was just like no substance to it. And I love uploading like longer vlogs, like 20 minutes, even 45 minutes would be so fun. So that way I could feel like we're genuinely hanging out with each other. And so I wanted your guys' feedback on possibly doing bi-weekly YouTube uploads. I love documenting my day-to-day and like my weeks, but sometimes the crossover between long form and short form are just not as cohesive as I would imagine, and it becomes a bit overstimulating for me. And I just don't want to reach that level of like burnout or like feeling like it's a chore. I'm not saying that I'm burnt out right now. I still genuinely love uploading to YouTube. Like, YouTube is my baby and my community here is just like unmatched. But I don't want to just push out content just for the sake of like pushing out content. I still want to remain consistent, and I still want to upload every month on YouTube, but I'm thinking of possibly shifting to bi-weekly. And then if I have like additional content that I have the time to edit and to push out, I will just do like an extra upload for the month. And that way, like, there's just more substance to my vlogs, because sometimes like I'm editing my footage back and I'm like, dang, like I didn't even really talk like my last vlog. I want to have better, like more articulate conversations with you guys on YouTube, like of what I'm consuming, what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm doing lately. And sometimes it's really hard to do that when I'm already vlogging so much for short form. I want to be more intentional with my YouTube. Like, I want to do more video essays, and sometimes only having a week to think about what I want to talk about and like really execute the vision can feel a bit time constraining and a little bit overwhelming. And so I think bi-weekly would just be better for like both of us. Again, I just want more substance to my vlogs. I want longer vlogs. I want higher quality vlogs. I love showcasing my life in an aesthetic, romantic way. And I feel like sometimes with my vlogs having to upload every week, I lose some of that, and I just don't want to push out content just for the sake of pushing out content. I want to be more thorough and give more effort into these longer vlogs. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, what do you guys think about that? Would you prefer bi-weekly? Do you love the weekly vlogs? I know it's become like a routine to hang out together every Sunday, and I truly love that. But I think it'll just also make our bi-weekly uploads just that more special, like more intentional. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear any content ideas that you specifically want to see. And that way I have more time to concept it. I have so many video ideas for YouTube, and I just don't really get around to it because I just love the documenting, like the day-to-day with you guys. Like for video essays, I want to do monthly digest. So like the February digest, where it's video essay style, and I'm showing you everything I consumed that month, books I read for the month with like thorough reviews, movies or TV shows I watched, or YouTube videos I watched, or just products that I've been loving in that month. And I think those type of videos would just be so fun to make it like a monthly thing on top of like bi-weekly uploads. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I love talking with you guys, and I love any and all of your recommendations, your suggestions. I wanted to be transparent with you guys because it's just been on my mind, and I just would really honestly love the time to be more intentional and thorough with my vlogs and allow more of a conversation to happen with what's going on in my life. But anyways, yeah, that's like my little life update slash what I've been thinking about. And also, while we're here, Comfy Cozy Cult. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to know. I also love that this is even a thing, Comfy Cozy Cult. Like, we've been doing Comfy Cozy Cult for over a year now, which is absolutely insane. So, Comfy Cozy Cult. If you are here, if you made it this far, through all the yapping, through all the randomness, comment down below the little cafecito emoji, the coffee emoji, because right now the vibes are so cozy. I'm with my coffee. I hope you have a cozy beverage as well while you were watching this and hanging out with me. Thank you again so much for watching and for your thoughts and for sticking around and hanging out with me. Love our cozy little corner on the internet, and yeah, I'm just so grateful for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Love you, bye.